I had to flick it like a bunch of times to get this right protected thing. Yeah, some sound. Sound on, okay. Good. Yeah, professional. Professional grade video equipment. Oh, oh man, it's freaking humid. It is a muggy, ugly day. Yeah. Um, man. Ugh. I think it's gonna storm here. It's just been raining and raining and raining. Now it's just see the humidity. That's how humid it is. Anyway, Tower of Power, the freedom to do art in America. You know, I had some topics, and now I forgot now like I thought about the topics, and now I'm not so interested in my topics. So there you go. I get myself so ready and hyped up at home when I'm in the bath, thinking about all these things to think about, and then I get here, I'm like, it doesn't sound. I wanted to tell a story, another '90s story. Do you want another '90s story? I don't know what I was gonna. I don't know. I always get down on myself. I'm like my worst critic. I punish myself too much, honestly. And people punish me in kind. So I always get it from both ends, like one of those dildos. Yeah. What was I going to talk about? The '90s. It just seemed interesting. I was going to talk. It's like at the time everything sounds so interesting. Right now I'm just kind of like ugh. So yeah. So I don't even know what to talk about. I don't care. I don't care. Honestly, sometimes I do this as an exercise more than anything. I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about cryptocurrency, because I screwed up my cryptocurrency. I screwed up big time. I could be been a wealthy man 1,000 times over, and I hate myself for not being wealthy. It was like just so easy. And the story goes, it's like this, and we're talking about. Let's go wind the clock back to what year we're going to go to when all this started. 2013. Okay, my friend, um, who I don't talk to now anyway because he's wealthy. Anyway, the story goes like this. He, after high school, he went into the Air Force. Now, in the Air Force, he met, I guess, a bunkmate of his. I don't know. They all sleep together in one big bunk. I don't know how it works in the barracks. But anyway, he befriended this guy, who had a lot of siblings, like five brothers and sisters. Big family somewhere from upstate New York. So they were friends because they were like in boot camp, I guess that's what you call it. And so he kind of like, so this guy actually got married, and he invited this guy, my friend, to the wedding. And there he met his. That's ironically he met his future wife at this wedding. But he met also one of this guy, his brother. His brother is like this techno nerd guy, who is what was he doing at the time? He was working as like a tech support for NYU. He was like doing stuff with their website and stuff like that. So, and he was like, so back in 2013, he's like, hey, buddy, get this thing. It's called cryptocurrency. It's called Bitcoin. He's like, what? What's that? I mean, the guy's from Queens. He doesn't know nothing about Bitcoin. Of course, he's not gonna know anything. I didn't. What did I know? So he pretty much, yeah, he was like, and he told me about it. He's like, just put down some, it's cheap. It's only like at the time it was $30. Just buy a bunch. I'm like, okay. So he bet the farm. I think he put like his pension into the whole thing. So that's why he has like Bill Gates money now. And I traded Bitcoin on and off for years, on it because it would go up and I would sell some. It would go down. I lost money on it here and there, and it would go up and down, up and down. I just played it just like a stock. You sell a stock, you buy a stock, you sell a stock, you go in, you go out. If it goes up, it goes down. And I had no idea because of the pandemic and everything that this thing would just like skyrocket to like the moon. And it was during the pandemic that I sold like almost all of it. As soon like because I thought the world was ending. And if you know me, I live where Elmhurst Hospital is. I live in ground zero. This is another ground zero. I'm always in ground zero, no matter what. I'm in ground zero here, and I was in ground zero in Queens, in Elmhurst Hospital. It was a war zone. Apparently, everyone was dying like crazy. There was helicopters everywhere. I thought it was the end of the world, and I didn't know where I was going to get any more money from. Where was I going to get? So I just pretty much pulled up all my investments, stock market, crypto, everything. I just pulled out immediately. Like I think once they canceled St. Patrick's Day parade, and people were saying like, yeah, you gotta lock down. I was like, but no one was getting any money. Like, no one was, unless you had a job, and even that, people lost their jobs. Anyway, point is that I panicked because I thought the world was ending, and I got rid of everything. And now, all these years later, I'm suffering because of that. So, yeah. And boy, do I feel stupid. And every day I'm on my own case about it. Every day I wake up and I hate myself for certain decisions. That is one of those main decisions. I mean, to the point that, look, Wall Street guys, they jump off roofs when they lose money. It's crossed my mind. Because how can it not? Because I wouldn't be here right now. That's for sure. I would have bought my own. I don't know where I would be. I'd probably be traveling. Have like a couple of hot, sexy mamas hanging out with me. Yeah. But no. I'm still going to the thrift store. Like I bought this shirt for $3. At D2, that store all the immigrants go to get jeans for like $3. I got those. They're already falling apart because they give me one stitch on the jean. I have nothing against immigrants. I'm just saying it's like going to that janky store that you would play in what you call it? What's that game? Grand Theft Auto 4 with Nico Bellic. You're going into the crappy Russian store. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like having those kinds of regrets, and the reason it's a regret more than anything is because there is nothing in kind to that. I mean, there are some coins that are more valuable than others, like Ethereum and things like that, but nothing of that magnitude. So I have a buttload of XRP. What's that doing? It did something, like it went up a lot, like in January, and then it stopped. And now I have like every single coin there is. I have like one coin of every single coin. But it's just like, So I don't know where I'm. Anyway, but to get on your case every day, like every day, I have to look in the mirror. I have to look at people's cars. I have to look at people's homes. I have to look, and it's just like I could have had it all. And now I don't. And so like, fine, you make a mistake or you don't. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. But now there's no thing, where it's in kind, something equal. And then so I can move past the regret. But unfortunately, no, there's nothing that I know of that to get me out of this funk too. Because it's just like every day you're just staring at these numbers and the accounts and you're like, damn, why? So, and it's sad because my friends, he's extremely. I'm not even kidding. What like he's like. he designed and built from scratch his own recreational vehicle. That's how much. So he had a warehouse. He built a car. Anyway, I'm just running the meter right now. I'm running the clock. Hit the 10-minute mark. But anyway, so yeah, that's. I don't know. Sometimes, luck is a weird thing. Money's a weird thing too. I don't really like money. I actually don't like money in itself. I obviously, I like stuff. That's what everybody promotes, but I don't actually like the idea of it. I don't actually, when I see money, I'm not like, oh, money, it's a tool. Money is a tool. And the reason, I would have liked to have more tools. I would have liked to have done really big work and paid for it in cash. That's really that was the goal. That was the dream of like it's not so much that I want the money. I just want to make bigger and bolder art in the end. That's what I'd like to do with a pile of cash. Like that crazy stuff, like a giant pencil. Ever seen that giant pencil guy like that? Anyway, all right.